What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? This is your boy Just JUST. How we doing out there? I've been wanting to do this rant for a while ago. A while ago, I wanted to do this rant a long time ago, and it's basically when I first moved here. I live in Page, Arizona. Like I've said in my previous video vlogs, originally from Michigan. I lived in Phoenix for 15 years, and then I moved here to a small town on the borderline of Utah, and here in Page, Arizona. Beautiful town. One day I will do like a little video bio. I wouldn't say bio. Maybe bio of the town or whatever, and show you what it looks like. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I mean, it's breathtaking, but it ain't really too much to do here. I mean, it's things to do here, but as like a bigger city, no, it's not. You really need to entertain yourself. But I wanted to tell you guys when I first got here. It's funny, but it's also kind of frustrating because it's of a label, and what I mean by the label of me being a black male. When I first got here, you know, my wife, she's Navajo and Puerto Rican and some other things in her, but her family is strictly Navajo, Native American, and when I first got here, you know, her friends and her family, and then they're like, "Oh, do we party? Do we drink? Do we do?" You know, I mean, just had this whole, you know, ideal about me that I really don't do neither of any of that. And you know, I remember me standing there. They was like asking me all these questions. I was like, "I don't do none of this." And they was looking at my wife like, "Well, what do we do?" And she was like trying to explain, well, he loved to work out and you know socialize. But I think in their mind, and you have to understand in this small town, I mean, when I say this town is still like maybe 10 to 15 years still back, 15 years back, you put that together, and I mean, it's some cool people here, but the you know, the younger generation have this idea like, okay, well, if he's black, he must be smoking weed. He must be like these hip hop videos that we watch on cable or whatever. And I had explained to some people. I said, listen, first of all, a lot of black people don't drink, and where you get this perception of partying and wilding out. Really, a lot of us is low key about doing anything crazy like that. Now, I'm not saying I haven't have fun in my college days. I have, you know, I mean, I party, but even when I partied, when I was younger, I kept that at a limit because I always kept this right here intact as, okay, know your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? Now, I've learned this when I grew up from Detroit. And, you know your surroundings and know, regardless of how much fun you may be having with a person or groups of people, still maintain your common sense, maintain your sense of where you at, who you're around, because people can flip the script. I've seen it personally on hands of how people, once you get intoxicated and loose a little bit, they flip it on you and just tear into you. You know what I'm saying? Mentally and physically. You know what I'm saying? And I've told myself I would never allow myself to get into a situation like that. And plus, you know, and I'm not no drinker. I have had drinks like wine and maybe I would say once in a blue moon, my drink, if my favorite drink would be a Bud Light Lime. Y'all might laugh at me and say, hey, that weak ass drink. I'm like, hey, that's my chill drink. That's my buzz drink. When once in a blue moon, I would say every 3 to 4 months, I might get a case of beer, and I'll make that last maybe 2 to 3 weeks because I don't drink. I have like 6 in a pack, the long neck bottles. I make that last. I don't go and guzzle. If I have one, my wife would tell you. Oh, he'll sip on that all night. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. But Me living here in Page, I have to say that, you know, it is a growing experience because the people I thought would have discriminated towards me really didn't. But the ones that I thought would embrace me with love and open arms kind of showed a real negative, racist type of attitude towards me. I'm not saying all of them, but a percentage enough that I said, wow, you know what I'm saying? Like, and my attitude was like this. How can you hate me when I know myself and my kind have never done nothing to you, you know, but show love and respect? But my wife told me this ahead of time. It's like, you know, a lot of older generation has that type of mentality. And, you know, I was asking her like, wow, you know, what the purpose of it? I'm like, the black generation went through their situations of slavery and, you know, civil rights situations and stuff and whatnot. And she made a good point. She said, you know what, if you really don't see the civil rights situation with Native Americans, their more thing was more or less like, okay, well, if this situation happened, have a drink. Or they're not confrontational in that situation and stuff. When that, if a situation comes towards them, they don't want to confront it or deal with it in that format. You might have a percentage. I'm gonna step back a couple words. I have met certain people, and I'm gonna say that a 1 or 2% that do speak their mind. They're not gonna allow you, but that's that 2%. Now you got the other 98%. They're not going to, you know, if you come at them straight face and straightforward, they're not going to confront you the way you think or speak their mind. You know, I've met people here that quick to gossip, quick to talk behind your back. For example, when I was employed at the library here, I've had people, a person, an individual, older generation of Native American, go out her way to cause me, you know, stress and just an uncomfortable work atmosphere. And you know, I mean, I still take my kids up to the library, and I'm like my grandmother. My grandmother said, you know what, if you ain't got nothing good to say to them, don't say shit to them. And that's how it is. But I understand that, you know, it's just some mean, sour people in the world that their get off is to see you miserable. But I'm that type of person that, hey, you're not going to take my happiness. I'm still going to smile. I love to see my baby smile. I love to see, you know, myself smile. And I'm not that type of person that you just go get over. Now, the old me always pop out once in a while. And I thought when I first came to this town to try, okay, approach situations in a different format. Because one, they don't know me, I don't know them. I'm not going to come off with this attitude of my old self when I lived in Detroit and Grand Rapids. You know, and I always say, you know what? Let me show them that respect and servitude that I would want myself to get. But what I got here was like, you know, they took that as a sign of weakness and try to run with it. But when I snapped, crackled, and popped on them, they were like, I just can't believe it. I remember my supervisor name was Debbie. I'm not going to tell you her last name. I had to confront one of the other coworkers in front of her and told her and told that other coworker, like, listen, you know, I'm hearing you talking behind my back about certain situations, and she didn't deny it when I confronted her. She didn't deny it. That was the one thing about it. She didn't deny it. So I was like, well, damn, you know. And I told her, I said, listen, first of all, if you have a problem with me, don't go talk to somebody about whatever you feel I'm not doing. Come talk to me so I can correct myself. And then maybe I can say, hey, thank you for giving me constructive criticism, and I'm working towards to better myself. Not here. It was just a constant of talking behind the back of, oh, them not liking me or whatever. And I was only male there, you know, and you know, I would come home very frustrated at times and upset, and you know, my wife, she was very understanding. She was like, well, you know, that's how they are. I told you, you know, you can't go in there. Even you know, we parted ways, and you know, I left the library. Even my supervisor Debbie was like, well, Roy, I wish you kind of came in not so friendly with people and being so nice and respectful to them. I wanted you to come in kind of be aggressive towards them, and that's what you get here. Because when I first got here in Page, I was like, my thinking was like, well, why is these Native Americans getting treated like this? And you know, oh, how dare those people treat these people like that? You know, they've been through enough. But then come to find out, and I'm just keeping it real with you. I'm just keeping it 100 with you. Come to find out, down the road, and I'm just telling you, I ain't know right away. Down the road, you had to be that way towards a certain individual people. You had to be asshole towards them just for them to show you that type, the respect that you needed to get. You demand. Well, I wouldn't say demanded, but to get the respect that you would think you can give to them. You know what I'm saying? Did I say that right? Did I say that right? I hope I'm saying it right. I hope my tongue ain't twisting too much. But basically, you had to be asshole just to get respect from them. Basically, that's what I'm saying. And I really, to this day, I don't fuck with a lot of people too much, because, especially in this town, and I miss that. I do talk to a few. I met some cool people here, and there ain't that many black people here. I can probably count on both my hands of how many people here. Or take that back. I would say maybe, and I've seen, since I've been here this past year, I've seen, you know, kid-wise, parent, you know, adult-wise, about 15 or 20. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you got some of them that been here for a long period of time, 8 years and stuff and that. And some of them, they show you love. Some of them be shocked that you here. I'm thinking, like, you know, I'm always, it's like I was like that TV show Blackish, when they did the episode The Nod. And when you see black people, you always supposed to, we always, that old code of acknowledging each other, like the nod. I do that, but then some of them be looking at me like, I'm like, and my wife just shake her head, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, I understand you live in a small town, bro. I understand that maybe this is your seclusion from the world, but still, it's all right to say hi. You know what I'm saying? We all we got. I mean, it's like this separation of us not acknowledging us and you trying to impress them, and in reality, they looking at you like, oh, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I don't get about, you know, some people that live here in a small town. Like, you'll go out your way to kiss their ass, but you'll be asshole towards me, your own people. And I'm not saying we blood related, just, you know, as, you know, where we come from, of, you know, that being a black American. And some people, I've learned that they be quick to to not acknowledge you to impress them. I to this day, I'm older guy. I still don't get that. It's like, and I don't fuck with them after that. You know what I'm saying? I've met some cool people. Like I said, I met some cool people that live here. This Hispanic brother, he's from LA, and my man Terrell. I met a few people, and they've been cool with me. We talk basketball and we kick it, and we don't go all hang out and stuff. But I stop by their businesses and I say hi, show them love. They show me love. They hit me up. How you doing? And that's how it is. It's like it's this town is slowly but surely growing on me. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna stay here forever because I'm already made plans to make a move. It's like it just her situation with this job, because I'm not going to move back to Phoenix. That's the honest truth. I read my course with Phoenix, and I will go back and visit, but other than that, no. I'll be more or less like St. George, Utah. I think it's sun 24/7, and I love the scenery. But like I said about Paige, me coming here when I first came, and quick story, just yesterday I met a black guy. I haven't seen here before, but I guess he lived over on the reservation with his wife, and as we was talking, he tells me he's from Flint, Michigan. I'm like, wow, okay, I'm from Detroit, West Side. He gonna live in us, we throw out the areas, you know what I'm saying? And as we talking, bro, man, he started, I runs the Crips and the Bloods. And I'm looking at him like, nigga, you crazy. You crazy. You on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You run the Crips and Bloods, all right? And you here in Page right now. All right. So, when he's saying that, I'm trying to think, like, how can I end this conversation right quick? As he said that, then I'm starting to look at his whole demeanor. He's not all there in his head anyway. Him and his wife, they smoking cigarettes. They got the little shaky hands. So either they got both of them got some mental illness or something going on with them. Because for a person to say he runs the Crips and Bloods, and he's living here in Page, and he's rich, and he's walking around town without no vehicle. Go figure, huh? But anyway, I met some interesting characters here in Page. I can tell you some stories and stuff like that, but it is what it is, and it's home for right now. Maybe another year. That's it. I told myself I'll be here 2 years tops, and I'm giving it another year, and then I'm out. And I'm just being real with y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing more, nothing less. But I just want to share that little bit with you, this little random rant of how people perceive you, and oh, hey, brother, you smoke weed, you listen to rap music. I listen to some. I don't listen to all. I'm more old school than new school. I'm low key. I'm an R&B lover. I love music in general, southern rock, certain pop albums and stuff like that. But I'm really a low key type of person. So I just wanted to share this with you guys, this little random rant, and about living here in Page, Arizona. All right, keep your head up, and we done.